What's up guys, I'm here with the TW200, the Honda Trail. Both of these bikes need to have their valve clearances checked. I've put some miles on both. 2022 Honda Trail. Screen's not on, but I think it's got like 2,000 miles. And yeah, I haven't done a valve clearance for either one, or any bike for that matter, so we're gonna do it today.
Luckily my Honda wasn't dirty, but if you have any mud, you should wash it away and wipe down anything left behind before you expose the valves.
And I know they're both overdue, especially the Honda. You don't have to tell me, but we're doing it today and I'm sure they're fine. I'm starting on the TW. You gotta remove the seat, the gas tank, plastic panels on the sides. For the Honda, you pretty much don't have to do anything. The engine's kind of laid forward and you can access both without having to take anything off the bike, besides the valve covers, of course.
Now with the TW out of the way, I can finally get to the Honda, and look at this.
Look at where these are. That is incredible. I'm not gonna have to do anything besides open them up. And I have a growing suspicion that I might not even have to adjust them at all. I'm probably just gonna check them, and I have a feeling they're gonna be within spec, so it's just nice to know that I'm not gonna have to take off the seat or the gas tank or anything like that. I'm just gonna start by working here. I actually don't have anything to take this off, so what I'm gonna try to do is only take off the little seeing hole or whatever the hell you call it. And I'm gonna try to crank the Kickstarter slowly and see if I can just find top dead center that way. I'm just gonna start by taking this off with my 6mm. It'll be really cool if it works. I'm using my phone as like a preview, and I'm gonna look at it while I point my camera down here. I can see in there when we're at top dead center, hopefully.
If you're going to take this cover off and turn the crankshaft by hand, it's important to note that you can only turn it counterclockwise.
Well, the trick might have worked. See, I haven't taken that cover off, but I can see the T there indicating top dead center. And our intake valve has got some play to it. So I'm gonna take off the cover for the exhaust and I'm gonna see if we got play. Now it's probably gonna leak oil when I take it off, so I put this little, I don't even know what you would call this, but a piece of cardboard here to kind of like channel it down onto another piece of cardboard. It should only be a few drops, but I don't want it to get on the skid plate, so let's hope this works. Well, I spilled oil anyways, but it did for the most part work like I expected. Can't win them all. Well, got the cover off. Good news is there's plenty of play on the exhaust side and on the intake side, and I didn't have to take this bigger cover off.
The crankshaft makes 2 full rotations for every rotation of the cam, so if your valves aren't free, 1 more rotation on the crankshaft, and then check again if you have free play in both valves.
We can go ahead and check them now. So the specs for the Honda Trail are also on the swing arm just ahead of the rear sprocket here, and the exhaust specs say that measurement should be between 0.17 and 0.02 millimeters. So I got me here a 0.18 millimeters because 0.17 is the limit, and we'll see if this will go through. Yeah, so the 0.18 is able to slide through with a little bit of convincing, so looks like we're out of spec. We'll have to close it just a bit. Just in case it wasn't clear exactly what I was doing, you're sliding the little shims right there in between that beveled space. So I have my 0.15 millimeter right here, and it won't go through. It's a little unfortunate, but we're gonna roll with it. And I think with that being the case, I'm gonna go ahead and lower the skid plate just to give my hands a little better clearance.
You can just loosen the last bolt on the skid plate and then turn it out of your way.
Okay. Well, since we're gonna make the adjustment anyways, I'm gonna use a 9mm to loosen up this nut on the valve, just enough to make an adjustment. And I'm gonna use a 0.08 millimeter as my new clearance level. I'll tighten it down there. 0.08 still slides through. Now for the intake, we have to be between 0.1 and 0.02 millimeters. Space is a little tighter up here. The limit was 0.1, so we're trying 0.1 millimeters. And that goes through. So we do have a little bit too much clearance. So since we got to be between 0.1 and 0.02 millimeters, I have here 0.05. It's just about down the middle. Now if I failed to mention it before, turning it to the right closes it and decreases the clearance. So if you're trying to decrease your clearance like I am, you have to do righty-tighty. Now tighten it back down. Make sure the 0.02 still goes through. It's so thin, I also had the 0.03 right behind it. I didn't even notice. I tightened the nuts and I verified the specs are still the same as they were when I set them. And these gaskets look good, so time to put them all back together. I got the valve covers on tightened, skid plates back on, this little hole here on the side, whatever that is. Now the only thing left to do is see if I broke it or not. Oh yeah. Oh my god, it's still recording. Stop recording. Stop recording. This video is a sort of twin post for the same process with my TW200, so go watch that as well if you're interested. Anyways, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed or if this was helpful.